All right, let's unpack this. We've been digging into Pureshopusa.com. It's an online store. Says it sells beauty, wellness, clothing. Promises a great shopping experience, but well, what we found raised some serious eyebrows pretty quickly. So today we're doing a deep dive, really trying to figure out if this site is legitimate.
Yeah, and it's more than just this one site, isn't it? We're using Pureshopusa as like a case study here
Oh, okay.
because the things we found, they're universal red flags you really need to watch out for with any new e-commerce store you stumble across. Before you even think about entering cart details, digital due diligence.
Digital due diligence, I like that. And, well, the first bit of that diligence hit us right away. The clock, basically. This domain, Pureshopusa.com, it was registered, get this, April 2025, just like weeks ago.
Super recent.
Yeah, and for a site claiming to be fully stocked and operational, well, that short a lifespan needs a hard look right out of the gate.
Exactly. Look, a new domain isn't automatically bad, but think about it. Real businesses take time, right? Setting up supply chains, getting inventory, building a reputation.
Sure.
These potentially scammy sites, they often pop up fast, grab what cash they can, and then just vanish. So yeah, a brand new registration means you need to be extra careful. Which leads us straight to the next issue. The products themselves.
Right. And I have to admit, looking at the site, the stuff looks pretty good. It's stylish, looks modern. You can see the appeal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That visual appeal is key for them.
Yeah.
But it might just be smoke and mirrors.
How so?
Well, we took those product images and ran them through a reverse image search.
Yeah.
Like Google Lens, but for checking sources.
Oh.
And, well, the results weren't great. These aren't their photos. They're copied. We're seeing generic lifestyle shots, basically presented as if they're unique product pictures. That's a huge red flag. It points towards, well, potential IP theft.
Okay, wait, though. Couldn't they just be like a brand new dropshipper using standard photos from their supplier? Is it always a bad sign?
That's a fair question, but here's the key difference. A legitimate store, even a new one using supplier photos, is usually transparent about it. Or they commission their own shots eventually.
Oh, okay.
Presenting generic stock photos as your own exclusive product, that's fundamentally dishonest about what you're selling. If they can't be straight about the pictures, how can you trust the actual item that arrives, if anything arrives at all?
Good point. A big failure of product integrity there. So if they're not showing their real products, maybe we can find out who they are. We looked into the people behind the brand.
And found basically nothing. Zero.
Really?
Yeah. No founder's name, no team page, not even a vague about us story with, some faces. Just silence.
That feels really off.
It's highly suspicious. Most genuine businesses, especially now, they want you to know who they are. They build trust by showing their mission, their team, this kind of total anonymity. It screams lack of accountability.
And that lack of a human element, it kind of connects to their digital footprint, doesn't it? Or, well, the lack of a footprint. For a brand supposedly operating right now in 2025, they have absolutely zero social media presence. Nothing on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, no accounts, no posts, no followers.
Zip. Nada.
But again, maybe they're just so new they haven't gotten around to it. Is there like a grace period before that looks weird?
Honestly, not really. Not for zero presence. Even a company planning a launch would usually grab the handles, put up a coming soon page, something.
Right.
When a brand completely avoids social media, it often feels like they're deliberately avoiding public scrutiny. Comments, reviews, complaints. The stuff that happens on those platforms is like they don't want a place for unhappy customers to gather.
Which brings us neatly to the final point, the lack of customer reviews. We check everywhere, right? Inside the site, outside.
Everywhere. Trustpilot, Reddit, general web searches, nothing. Absolutely no one is talking about this store, good or bad.
So you can't gauge if they're real, if they deliver anything.
Exactly. It's like, that feeling when you see a new restaurant that looks nice, but it's always completely empty?
Yeah, you wonder what's wrong with it.
Right. Same principle here. No reviews, no social buzz.
Yeah.
It just feels wrong. When you combine that with the anonymous owners and the copied photos, well, the picture becomes pretty clear.
Okay, so let's recap those red flags for PureShowPSA.com. First, the super recent domain registration, just this spring.
Yep.
Second, the copied product photos, not their own. Third, absolutely no information about who owns or runs the company.
Total anonymity.
Fourth, zero social media presence at all.
A digital ghost.
And fifth, no customer reviews anywhere to be found.
Correct. Taken together, it paints a picture of a site that's at best unreliable and possibly quite unsafe to use.
So the advice based on all this,
It's pretty straightforward. If you were thinking of buying from them, just don't. Hold off. Wait and see if they ever establish any kind of real-world proof or legitimacy. Until then, better safe than sorry.
absolutely. You know, it makes you think. We live in an age where brands constantly chase social proof, validation, likes, reviews.
They thrive on it.
Yeah. And here, the complete absence of any online footprint, any social signal at all, that's actually the loudest warning sign there is. What does that tell us about how we build or how we should evaluate trust in this, crowded and sometimes tricky digital marketplace?
That is a really provocative question to chew on. How do we trust what we don't see?
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today. Hopefully this helps you shop a little smarter and safer online.